Trevi, we're recording. We're recording.
Yes, I know.
We're recording. Is the video recording?
Are we?
No. Let's hit the record button on the video.
No, it's not recording. I don't think so. Ooh. Working. Working. Hell yeah.
I can see myself right there. All right, here we are.
Me too.
Yes. Me too. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
What's up?
Nothing.
How you doing?
Good.
Where are we at?
Noah's house.
Noah's house.
Noah's apartment.
Noah's apartment. It's going. We're good. Yeah, I started this
Yeah,
out.
it's
Giving you
recording.
some high quality exclusive audio and video in the beginning of the footage. And he's got the hat. He's putting the hat on.
Hell yeah.
Putting the hat on. Gotta hide that.
Hell
Gotta
yeah.
hide that receding hairline. Gotta
Hell yeah.
hide it. Gotta hide it. Hold it up to your mouth like a
Hell yeah.
like a big old
Yeah.
you know, like a what?
Yeah.
Like a what?
Like what?
Like a what?
Like what?
Here's the host of our show,
Noah.
Mr. Noah Messarge.
Yeah,
No
no.
applause. This has been filmed in front of a studio audience.
Yep.
Mind the. You look like you're fine. I would just.
Okay.
The high chair is nice.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I feel a little bit more superior,
That's really nice.
Yeah.
slightly, but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
based off of anything
No.
other than
Yeah.
I'm higher.
Not based
You're a
off-
little
not
higher.
based off
A little
anything.
higher. Okay.
Yeah. So, let me introduce our guest
Maybe we should
tonight.
say ready. We should say ready.
Set go.
You should say that. You should say it.
Ready, set, go.
Great. We're on.
Okay, we're on. Hey, everybody. This is a podcast I don't have a name for yet, and that's the name of the podcast.
The Noah podcast.
Noah
The Noah
podcast. The
podcast.
Noah cast.
The Noah and friends.
Yes.
The Noah and Friends podcast.
And today I have two interesting fellows with us today. This is Austin Carlson and his brother Travis. I met these guys at an open mic I was hosting that is no longer in service.
Because
Is
the
that
owner of the restaurant is a dickhead.
a little bit of a dickhead and also just an asshole. And also nobody came out. So, but
Perfect storm.
thank you. Yeah.
It was a nice open mic.
Thank you.
It was a nice open mic.
I appreciate it. Austin, what made you want to come to the open mic, and how did you find it? Because nobody else apparently did.
I found it on Facebook. I was looking for something to do in Farmville.
Other than party.
I was still partying in those days, yes.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. It was like cold, I remember. I had to wear a
So
jacket.
like September, October?
Could have been around then.
September.
Yeah, I had to wear a jacket. I was looking for something to do, and I came out. You were the MC. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. Like,
Hell yeah.
nobody was there. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
That's the best kind of open mic, is
That's
when
the
nobody
best.
Nobody's
shows up.
there, and you're just speaking.
That's
Those
what
are
you
the
want.
best.
That's what you
When
want.
you're just talking to yourself.
No
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
No crowd. That's the best.
I'll tell you this: the last open mic we had, you guys didn't come out to, and
No,
I'm not holding that against
that's
you
okay.
in
That's
any
okay.
way. But I will say this: it was me, one barista, my girlfriend, and the one guy who always sits in the corner. That one like black guy. He's like always
With
on
the
his
headphones, he's watching
Yes,
anime all
yes,
day? Yeah.
yes,
he's
that
cool.
guy.
Cool dude.
And I was talking about who buys like real estate in Farmville. I was
Mhm.
like, what poor decisions like lead up to that? Like even poorer decision of
yeah, buying a house
investing
in
money
Farmville.
into Farmville, Virginia.
Yeah.
Did Austin Robert
Um,
Carlson get in the conversation?
No, I wasn't there, but I.
And did he get involved in the conversation?
No, he was not involved.
No, he was
I
not
mean, like,
involved.
hey, do what you got to do.
Yeah,
I think
but-
buying a house and then selling it is the best option. And obviously, your plans are not to stay
Ye-
here, so it's like
yeah.
smart.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I bought a house. I started a business.
Tell us
after-
more about that. I mean, there's so much to unpack
Yeah.
with
there's
this
a lot.
individual sitting here.
There's a lot.
I don't even know where. Let's start with the business because that is one of the more intriguing parts to me.
So I do retail inventory management.
Sorry.
I go
Testing.
to grocery
Okay.
stores.
Yeah.
I go to grocery stores and I take pictures of the stuff that they have on the shelf at the grocery stores.
Okay, so you're walking in the. Let's
I'll
paint a
walk you through it.
scene.
I'll walk you through it. So I'm in my car.
Yeah.
I've been in my car
Were you smoking in your car, or
Yeah,
did you-
cigarettes,
okay.
tobacco,
Smoking weed.
anything. No, I don't really like to drive when I'm faded, but
Yep.
I would.
And drink.
No, I can't even drive while I'm drinking, really. But I would go. Basically, I'd be in my car for like the whole day, and I'd drive out to a grocery store. I'd walk into like a Weiss, which is a big chain
Yeah.
up in Pennsylvania.
I remember
Yep.
Weiss.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
old days.
Weiss.
Those are good stores.
Those are good stores. And I would be in there representing like maybe 3 or 4 different brands. So I'd walk in and I'd introduce myself to the whoever was at the customer service desk, asked to speak to a category manager, usually frozen food. And then I'd tell them like, hey, I'm Austin Carlson. I'm here representing blah, blah, blah. And, I just want to get a feel for how the product's doing. Wanted to talk to you for a minute, maybe help you out if you need any help. So I was doing that. I had a team of people, mostly drinking buddies from high school.
Is that the type of group that you should enter a business in?
Yeah, they're great.
That's
You
good.
can if you find people that you like talking to and being around, and you think you have an opportunity for them to get more money than they've ever gotten in their entire lives, even if you get money off of them, you should still do it because it's like it's real life. I mean, it's like why not? But I made 10 G's after my sophomore year of college doing that for the summer.
Wow.
Like 2 months of just working my friends like dogs, and I was paying them like $1,000 a week basically to put in the work, and I still made 10. And I had this girl that I was dating, and she wanted a house off campus. She went to Longwood. She wanted a house off campus, and right around when I had the money, we were like officially done. And I just thought about how I put in the work, and I made this plan of how I was going to save up the money, and I was going to put a down payment on a house and then collect off of the house for a little while. And even though she was out of the picture, so like the whole idea of being able to like rent to her friends and all that was gone, I still just pulled the trigger and bought the house. And yeah, and basically I got to have my own frat house, like in one of the nicest neighborhoods in Farmville.
10 roommates.
Yeah, we had 10 roommates at the peak. It was fucking insanity. In like a 3-bedroom house, we had 10 people.
How did that work?
It was fucking shit house. I mean, there was always people around, so it was like a party. You could hang out with
Fun house,
anybody.
shit house.
It was really, really great.
Cody slept on the couch.
Cody, yeah, the guy who lives in this apartment.
Was that his
complex.
bed then? The
Well,
couch?
he would work at the bowling alley with Chris, who is the night manager over there, and then he would come over to the house to hang out, and they'd like smoke and drink whatever. And then, he's from Keysville. He was living out there, so rather than like drive home like whatever half an hour to get up and do it again, he would just crash on the couch. And after a couple of weeks of that, I was like, hey Cody, like we got this like really, really small room that a kid was using for storage and stopped paying me.
And that turned into the Cody room.
Yeah, and then Cody just like moved in there on a mattress on the floor, and he just left. But he's great. He's a good dude. But yeah, I bought a house. If you're a young guy and you got some money, buying a house is a full-time job. So don't expect that you can like live with your parents and collect off of it. Do not expect that. You have to be at the place 100% of the time. So it's
now I've been to your house.
Yeah, you've been to my house
a few times actually, and the first time I went there, I noticed you had a hot water heater leak.
Yeah, we just got that fixed today.
You just got it fixed.
It was
That's congratulations.
Leaking for months, and we
Yeah.
finally.
$100.
It was like the entire project was probably like
Wow.
$700.
Did he have to replace it, or was it?
Yeah, it was. We had to replace the
Okay.
whole thing. Yeah, I gotta send a bill to the insurance company to get comped for the value
When
of
I
the
went
project.
and tested the shower, it was still cold.
Really?
Yeah.
It probably takes a while to heat up.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Probably by tomorrow morning it'll be hot.
Yeah, I hope so.
I really hope so.
But,
so I don't
you know,
have
you
to
can-
take a cold shower.
Yeah, we
I
can
mean,
just-
we finally have water pressure, but a cold shower is never a fun
That's
shower.
true, and there's not a constant leak on the foundation of our property. So
Yes.
finally, problem solved.
Yes.
Good feeling,
Doesn't smell like piss water in the basement.
Doesn't smell like piss water in the basement where I sleep anymore. So, yeah, that's good. Now I'm just spraying all the black mold with bleach water,
Yep.
and
Black mold, my favorite.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is the fun of the game, and you can make $2,000 a month cash off of a property and not have to work. And when you're a young single guy and your greatest ambition is drinking beer and getting high, $2,000 a month will take you really, really far if you don't have any bills.
And
So-
what happens when they move out?
Oh, it's
Shit house.
well,
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. You have to kind of have like joy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't be in your position and be like kind of grateful that you're suffering, then it's hell. But like I had a roommate, this kid, Smalls, Sad Sixes on SoundCloud, hit him up, and he put on a bunch of concerts at our house, and he was living in a room for a while, and towards the end, like him and his girlfriend just weren't even there, and they had like rats locked in the room
Yep.
in a cage for like
Stinking.
for like days and weeks on end without anybody coming to check on him. It was
Jeez.
fucking crazy. I had to break into the room to figure out what was up.
To cage the rats and feed them to Lola.
No, we didn't feed them to the dog, but yeah, it's like when he moved out and when he moved out and I was cleaning the room, I like moved the bed frame back and there was like half drank bottles of Dr. Pepper and all sorts of other garbage, and it's just those little moments where like if you can't be like, all right, this guy paid me like $600 a month to live here for the last like.
And a Nintendo 3DS
He
for
did
free.
leave a 3DS. Who took
wow.
that? Do you know?
Me, and I gave it to Justin.
You gave it, yeah. All right. So that's the other thing is people leave shit at your house all the time. Like we used
It's
to,
yours.
we used to throw parties. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah, if
Mhm.
somebody, it doesn't matter how nice it is. If somebody leaves something at your house, it's a spoil of war, and you
Wow.
have to, like a phone, like a ring,
Like a wallet.
like a wallet, like an iPod, like a 3DS. It's yours now, and that's, there's fun about it. There's definitely headaches. There's more headaches. I mean, I've started a couple businesses. I've been working pretty hard since I could work, and there's no headache quite like a shitty roommate. There's just like a business deal not going through. It's like, oh fuck, like all right, but at least I did something to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like a shitty roommate is like,
Half your fault.
well, it's half my fault, and the other half is like a full-grown adult
Yeah.
who's acting like a fucking baby, and
Child.
that's like,
Eat sugar all day.
yeah, we're not gonna name drop.
Now,
but
Travis, do you pay rent?
Yes.
In this
Travis
house?
pays a lot of money right now.
How
'cause
much money is Travis shoving out?
Travis has been kicking up probably like more than his rent actually. Travis has been
700 a
kicking
month.
up like $700 a month. Yeah, to
Gee,
keep
how
us
do you
going.
find the money, Travis?
Travis busts his
Working
ass. Yeah,
at shitty jobs
Yeah.
like the 119.
yeah, the 119 in
Hey
Farmville,
Bill,
Virginia.
if you're listening to this, I quit.
He quits. He quits. Dropping it down.
I quit.
I quit. Watch him listen to this and then
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, Travis, you quit?"
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah, I quit.
Yeah. That'd be funny. No, I think Travis been kicking up a lot. Once I just finished
Too much money so that I can't afford anything like food,
We're living on rice and beans.
rice
every
and
day.
beans,
Rice and beans.
and
It's not a bad
and
diet.
Austin bought a $21 pizza today.
Hey,
Wow.
I did buy it, and you ate half of it. So
Where
He
did
also
you
bought-
buy the pizza at?
Pinos.
Pinos.
Yeah, it's
He
the
also
spot.
bought $45 flowers for his girlfriend.
$65
flowers for his
If
girlfriend.
you got a woman you love, you got to treat her right.
when he could have used that money for food and kept us fed.
Ain't like you need more food,
I got money.
fatty.
Shut
You need
up.
More food.
You're fat.
Yeah, I'm fat. I am fat.
How's that going? No,
no,
no.
who cares?
It's
This is
nobody.
Fuck.
raw. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I gotta stop cursing. What were you saying now?
Oh, how's the girlfriend situation going?
Great. So good.
It's going good.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's good.
I'm so in love with her. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
Of course
Yeah,
you are.
it's great. No, I am for real.
Simp.
Thanks, Trev.
SIMP
I agree.
spells.
No, that's fine. I can be that.
Yep.
That's like the beauty of life.
You are
is,
that.
It took me far too many years to realize that that really the way to have a fulfilling life is just pick one. You
Yeah,
know what
totally.
I'm saying? And it's like
Just pick one.
just pick one. That's all you got to do. And they'll put you through the ringer, but so will any person on planet Earth. And if it's only coming from one person, that's a fucking good life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah. Golden. Yeah.
Yep.
It's good advice.
Yeah, thanks.
No, that's good
full of it.
advice.
I feel awful.
Travis feels awful.
Why is that, Travis?
I don't know.
What do you feel like?
I don't know.
Is it in your throat?
Dying.
Dying? You're dying?
Dying.
Please don't die. I need your money.
Yeah.
I would also be sad if you died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a gun in my throat and fire.
Please don't put a gun in your throat and fire, 'cause you just fire through your throat.
Yeah. And
You'd
then,
be a paraplegic breathing
Oof.
through a tube for the rest of your life. And I'd have to take care of you.
That sounds
you
like
know?
something I would do.
Yeah, don't do that.
no,
sounds like
I wouldn't
something Austin would
recommend
do.
that.
I
That
would,
sounds like something
if
our
I was
host
gonna
Noah
kill
Messarge
myself-
would do.
if I was gonna kill myself, I would never kill myself. I would never kill myself. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's. I think that's also
Yeah.
equally valuable advice. You should not.
Never kill yourself.
You should never kill yourself.
Suicide.
Commit
Superside?
Sewer slide.
Suicide.
No, never kill yourself. You can. There's always another option.
You
I
can make
think
it through life even when life gets tough on you.
What
Yeah.
if it's like you're not directly taking a gun and shooting your
What do you mean?
brains out,
You're
like
just,
killing yourself?
Smoking cigarettes?
No. Yes.
Well,
yes. That's
killing
exactly my
yourself,
point.
yeah.
Slowly killing yourself. What about like a job that's like slowly killing
Oh, that's
you?
terrible. That's
That's
worse
the
for you
worst,
than
right?
Yeah, no. If that's your life, stop it. And here's the thing: is, don't stop it without a plan.
Yeah.
Don't
Exactly.
Don't be like I hate my job, I hate my lifestyle, I want to die, and then kill yourself. Just change your life, change what you're doing.
Just
Even if you got kids, even if you got a woman, even if you got 5 women and 100 kids, never do it.
Yeah.
Never do it. Just change your life, make a plan.
Nike is a great company for
Nike?
people who want to kill themselves.
Why?
Just do it.
Because their motto is just
Just
do it.
do it. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So,
I heard that like originated from like a guy or like this guy who was like executed,
it's a meme.
right? Like
Probably originated from their sweatshops.
It's a meme.
I thought
Just
I
do
heard
it.
that like one of these like prisoners' last words. It was like after like the death penalty was like banned after like a
Uh-huh.
while, and then like the 80s, it was like the first guy to like have the
Get
death
killed.
penalty. Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
strange
And
thing.
he was like,
to-
they were like, "Do you have any last words?" And he was like, "Just do it."
Just do it. That's a good. Is that a, that's a
That's
good joke.
actually true.
That
Yeah.
Is
sounds
it
like-
actually true?
that's
I
actually
have
true.
no
Sounds like a
idea
way
where that
I
comes
would
from.
die.
But Nike is a good company. I would take their money.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Take
I-
all of it.
I would do work for Nike for a lot of money.
Yep.
Sorry.
$1
It's
million.
nuts.
Yeah.
in
No.
cash.
I'd probably try like 15 million for 1 year of a service.
Yeah.
That would be like
NFL,
a
The
fraction.
highest player in the NFL gets paid $30 million.
30 million a
a
year.
year.
Yeah. And what does he do? Play football?
Play football.
Fucking idiot.
He's a
you know?
quarterback.
Imagine if you actually helped them make money. You know,
Yeah.
Instead of just being a celebrity.
Imagine
Yeah.
if you helped Adidas make money instead of stealing their sponsorships.
What did Adidas do? A dude ass? A dude ass? That's funny. Haha.
How was growing up in Pennsylvania?
It
like?
was fun. I grew up in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
actually.
New Hampshire and then
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's a culture shock. We grew up.
When did you move to Pennsylvania from
I
New
was
Hampshire?
15.
No, I was 16, so you must have been like 13.
13.
Yeah.
Probably 13.
It was strange. We grew up in a suburb of Boston, so like we grew up outside of Boston by like an hour in this city called Nashua.
New Hampshire.
Fucking retarded suburban sprawl, like like probably like Henrico to Richmond right now, like that type of
Like Mercedes-Benz everywhere.
everywhere retarded. A lot of new developments. Nashua has changed now. It's a totally different place. But yeah, then we moved to Pennsylvania to like the middle of nowhere, and that was a fun change of pace. Not
Into the skook.
yeah, in Schuylkill County.
Did you encounter a lot of Amish in Pennsylvania?
There's Amish in Lancaster.
Yeah.
They're in Lancaster.
There's a lot of Mennonites where we are, and they do really high quality work.
Mhm.
They'll like build your house, and they'll do like lead pours on your chimney,
Mm.
and it's like they'll just be out in the yard like boiling the lead and like looking into the thing, while they're doing it. It's crazy.
Amish people
they-
live in Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
They do live in a town called Intercourse. They
Yeah.
also
There's literally a town
I
called
bought a hat. I
Intercourse.
bought an Amish hat from the Flying
Intercourse.
Cloud. Yeah, from the Flying Cloud hat maker in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. And when I bought it, this big Amish fella, I tried him on, and I wanted the big brim, and the black hat, and he said, "Now, son, this ain't a souvenir." And
What did he mean by that? It's not a souvenir.
well,
He said you wear it or you hang it.
He didn't say anything. He said it's not a souvenir. But I think he just, because I'm in there. I was wearing an alpaca wool poncho, and I brought my dog, and my dog got out of my car and like ran into the room where they made all the hats.
You mean
and,
Lola the stupid?
Lola the genius. Yeah, and then this Amish lady like chased her out of the factory part with a broom. It was quite funny. But yeah, he just said it's not a souvenir. But he took my money, you know.
Big
So
was Lola the dog?
it was like, I don't know, probably a year ago now. So yeah, about a year ago. Yeah, maybe 2 years ago. I still have the hat. It's in my trunk.
They were like, woo.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite hats. Very, very high quality hat. Keep coughing. Keep coughing. Hit that water, man. You gotta keep drinking. You keep drinking. More questions, Noah. Keep
Oh
going.
yes, of course. Let me see here. I don't. I just have to say this because we were just talking
Sure.
about that. The Amish.
The Amish.
I don't like him.
Why don't you like the Amish?
I don't like the Amish because they're very sleazy. They're shysters, and I'll give you an example. So, like the religion, they're like, "Hey, we can't drive cars," but they'll hire other people to drive cars for
Like
them.
they call Ubers.
That's just. I mean,
people.
That's
drive them
literally.
around.
I feel like that's equal to being like, because if you really believe something, like it's immorally wrong to drive a vehicle. Like you shouldn't pay somebody to do it. That's like me being like, I think murder is wrong,
But
but
paying
I'm gonna
somebody to-
hire a
But
hitman to kill.
paying somebody to
it's
kill
definitely
somebody
it's
for you
definitely a
is right.
different it's definitely a different thing. I think.
Yeah.
The strange thing is that you kind of have to be a savage, and you kind of have to do things sometimes that I don't know. See, I'm in a weird place with this because like a lot of the things that we like rely on for our lives are sourced by like slavery and child labor.
Yep.
And I would never own a
Like
slave.
the Apple
I wanna go-
iPhone.
Yeah, like the Apple iPhone. I'm going to go on record and say that I would never own a slave for real. But
Jesus, Travis, you don't look good.
if I could afford like
You don't look good, man.
Yeah,
I have some NyQuil if you
I don't
want.
feel good.
if I could afford like a lithium ion battery
if I take
car,
NyQuil, I'll go to sleep.
if I could afford a car with a lithium ion battery, I would probably purchase one.
Like
Yeah.
a Tesla.
Like a Tesla.
They go boomy.
Teslas are silly, but I probably would do that. But that lithium ion is sourced from child labor and from slavery. So, kind of like the Amish. Yeah, pop some pills, dude. They'll make you feel good. NyQuil. They'll make you maybe.
They're actually it's Dayquil, so
You'll just feel really good.
yeah.
I feel like that's a similar thing though with the Amish and what they're doing is like all right, let's say you're building a barn and you got to take like support beams for the barn. You got to take them like 60 miles. You know how long it's going to take you to do
Yeah.
that by horseback?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be insane. But if you pay a guy with a truck, you don't even have to touch the truck. You don't even have to be in the truck. He can just drop it off at your job site.
Oh,
and,
for sure. I
And
think-
everything else
yeah.
you can do is analog. So
Yeah.
like for me, it's like I look at the good they do, And you're right. They keep to themselves.
Very, very odd people.
They're strange.
Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing about their like kind of their distance from our understanding is that it's actually kind of beautiful that they've been able to preserve their culture for so long. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, cuz
I think their culture though promotes illiteracy to the like utmost degree.
yeah, but I mean, what do you need to know how to read other than like the Bible when your job is churn butter and build barns? You know what I'm saying?
I guess it's just depending on like that's the way they live. But I think they should have the option to live a normal.
They do.
Normal for me.
They do. They have
It's normal for them.
Rumspringa. You ever hear of that?
I have.
Yeah. So
Where they
yeah,
like go into the city and like
Yeah.
do wild shit.
every one of them is allowed to leave, and they can go for as long as they want. They can stay there for years and come back whenever they want. It's crazy. But after they come back, they can't leave again.
Yeah.
So it's like, It's pretty cool. I never ran into any Amish people on Rumspringa, but apparently they go crazy.
That's what I've heard. Strip clubs.
And I would imagine, I mean, dude, you gotta, like, you grow up on a farm with no electricity. Like, there's like one girl from the village that you have a crush on, and then you go out and you see like neon.
No.
You just see the radiant color of neon, and you're like, oh, there's like a giant world that I've never seen. And some of them don't even go out. Some of them are like, nah, this is what I got. I'm staying here, you know. And that's just as beautiful, I think, because they're like, this is what I have, and I'm gonna not seek anything further. But the other ones, like even the people who go out and never come back, that's cool too. It's like they figured out.
You get shunned.
You get shunned. I mean, you know, you always know where they are, probably. But you can't go to a funeral or anything like that. Yeah. You never know when your folks die.
You can have the other two.
Dayquil. Thanks, Noah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Noah's distributing Dayquil out here.
Yeah.
Trapping hard.
That's right, man.
More questions.
Let me see here.
Yes, more questions.
Yes, I want to ask you.
I am
so
back now. I just took Dayquil. Knock off
Just
Dayquil.
pop that
But
bitch.
Dayquil.
you told me. Question: do you want to take like a pause and a cigarette break, or do you want to?
Do you want another cigarette?
I am addicted.
You're addicted to cigarettes. Let's ride it out for a little while longer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
We're at
So
26 minutes and
so
3 seconds.
church.
When we
Church,
call
yeah,
it, we
let's
will,
talk about church,
Let's talk
guys.
about
I
church.
have.
Yeah,
I
when
have.
we call it, we will go have cigarette. I will not
When what?
have cigarette.
You're not gonna have a cigarette?
No.
Okay, that's good for you.
When
All
we
right,
call it,
that's
we
all right.
will
That's
have
all right.
cigarette.
Let's talk, let's talk,
Okay.
let's talk.
So church for me,
Church, yeah,
I
yeah.
grew up in a like non-denominational.
Calvary.
It was really Baptist at first because I
They're
was like
pretty
born.
Baptist. Yeah,
I was
pretty
born in
Baptist.
Pennsylvania. We
Yeah.
went to a Baptist church.
Mhm.
Todd
Where in
Zykes,
Pennsylvania?
shout out to that guy.
Who?
Todd Zykes, Pastor Dr. Todd Zykes, he goes by.
Zykes.
He has a sermon about getting the clay out of the way that has impacted my life so many times.
That's powerful.
But
Powerful.
yeah, so like I went to church and I get it. I think it's comforting to have religion to turn to. I
Sure,
think there's benefits instead of just like living your life aimlessly or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
having like a higher power
Sure,
to like call
sure.
to.
Sure, yeah.
But also I think it's kind I don't want to say destructive because
Yeah.
that sounds really extreme,
No, I
but
got
like
you, I got
it
you.
does kind of put you in a box
Yeah.
to where like it makes it harder to experience life at its fullest because you're always worried about the consequences of your whatever religion you're part of
Yeah.
and the backlash you'll get from those like people that go to
I
whatever
got you.
church.
I got you. That's valid.
Yeah.
That's. I
And-
think. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No. I was just gonna ask you. Were you like when you grew up? Were you like a part of any church, or was it just like a recent phenomenon?
No, my dad knows God for sure. My mom knows God, and she would always kind of shop around at churches.
We went to a church that the pastor lived right down the street.
Yeah, that's one that we went to kind of regularly. But
Mr.
mostly
Taylor.
it's like, the thing about the church, like religion is God and your relationship with the love in your heart and how you bring it to the world. But like church is the community that celebrates your ideals around how you understand the love that you have for the world. So you have to find a place where you like the people at the church, even if you don't fuck with everything they're saying. Like,
Do you fuck with like everything they're
no,
saying?
I think no. Look, I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real,
Okay.
And they're probably gonna watch this because I'm gonna plug the fuck out of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Everybody at Calvary Chapel, I love each and every single one of you, and you guys have brightened my life quite significantly. And I'm gonna say this for real. I think when they get going about like, some of the. I don't want to
Say it.
slam
No,
them.
it's
I don't
not
wanna
slamming.
it.
Look,
I don't wanna
it's not
slam
them.
slamming.
Say it.
Look,
I don't wanna slam
I
them.
went.
I think when modern
Yeah.
Christians go anti.
Gay.
It's not just
Gay.
the gay thing. It's like the
Sexuality.
Yeah, well, the thing is it's like the in the Bible there's literally stuff about how it's wrong and
Yeah.
how you should like kill men who lie with men. Like that's in the Bible.
That
And
is.
it's
But
crazy.
But what if that is actually just about two men taking a nap and not having sex? Would that be a? Sorry.
Yes. God is the love that I carry in my heart.
Yes.
And the love that I carry in my heart tells me that the desire to harm another person
Mhm.
is wrong.
Yeah.
And will take more away from me than I will ever give from that negativity. Now, like, God as a power that is greater than I can ever understand, that knows literally everything that has happened and will happen, definitely knows something about that that I absolutely do not.
Yeah, for sure.
But for me in my life, I see people like that living their lives, doing what's best for them, and I there's no part of my brain that thinks like this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's I think the thing is, it's like if you're a straight guy and you fuck just to fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty immoral. That's pretty wrong. That's pretty degenerative because it's fruitless, you know, and the objective of the objective of like sexual intercourse is like soul linkage and the continuation of the species. So like if you're like a dude and you just want to like get pussy, then you're like empty. You know what I'm saying? Like what you seek
You're getting a phone call, sir.
What you seek through a sacred act. Who is it?
It's my lady.
Oh, you're
my lady.
You should have answered that on the podcast.
No.
I just paused.
No,
it.
what is the giant book?
That is a giant dictionary.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I fuck with everybody at the church. I think.
But you were gonna say something, Austin. It sounded like you backpedaled a little bit. I'm
I
just
did
curious.
backpedal.
I really
No, I
wanna.
love them
I
all.
really just
I
like
love them
it's
all.
no
Say it.
guys. Look, anybody who's watching
Say
this that
it.
goes to Calvary Chapel, like no. Look, we're not calling you bad, but we're just discussing some topics.
I fuck with love and peace, and I think that you can learn more. I think you can learn more about the world by. It's not about compromising what you believe in.
Yeah.
It's not about saying this is something that I think is wrong, and I want to try to figure out if I'm wrong about that. It's just like, literally, if you have an enemy, your best thing that you could do is know your enemy. That's like the most valuable way that you could play a negative feeling, is to come to understand it. And so the thing about that is like, is to come. Yes. if you just look at something that you're like, oh, this is immoral and I feel blah 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 about it, and you shut it out of your life completely without really trying to. And it's not even like you're going to hear about it, you're going to talk to these people and you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But without even entertaining the possibility that as a human being, Travis pissing, without even entertaining the possibility
debatable.
that as a human being on Earth, you could be. And here's the thing: is when they talk to me about the stuff that I feel this way about, like I
Can I get an example?
Yeah.
Just so I can.
You want me to really drag him? No one wants me to drag my friends through the muck on his podcast.
Guys, we're not dragging anybody.
I
Everybody.
didn't think that this is how this is gonna go.
Hey, look, Austin. I'm just trying to have an open discussion. Oh well, look. If you don't want to get into it, fine. But I don't see it as dragging. I see it as discussing topics.
Let's talk about some topical news in Farmville, Virginia. The press club.
Yeah, they have an open mic.
They held a drag show on Sunday.
Okay.
On Sunday.
Now this I can get down with.
Yeah. What do you think about? What do you think about that?
I think drag is. I think I'm not into it. It's not my thing.
No,
but
it's
like
not into drag.
I see how like some people. I know people.
What
I
about
have
it
friends,
don't you like?
I just don't get a kick out of like guys dressing up as ladies and just being like, "Hey, look at my fake tits." Like, you know, not
is
a big.
It like a feeling that's unsettling about it?
It's not that. I view it in my mind as entertainment, but there's a lot of entertainment that I don't watch because I'm not interested in it. And drag is one of those.
Drag is.
There's nothing really like.
It's. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just like one of those things. Like it's just entertainment, but I don't find it like personally appealing to me. But it's kind of. I mean, like sometimes it's funny. Like it's a funny drag.
So bedroom stuff for me, like if in the privacy of your own home, even out in the street, if you want to engage with like bedroom stuff in a public way, it doesn't matter to me if you're straight or gay, or you know.
What does that mean? Is that just like
or a non-binary person transitioning?
Is that bedroom stuff? Is that just being like overly sexual?
I mean, I don't care if the hottest woman in the world wants to come up to me and talk about her vibrator. I am going to be repulsed. I am going to be actively repulsed because it's not even that like any part of visual, because visualizing any of that stuff, just there's like no feeling in my heart about it at all. Like I was with my buddy Colin,
Okay.
and we went to Texas Beach
Yeah.
in Richmond. My boy Colin
Yeah.
Gibbons, he's
Yep.
fucking crazy. We went to Texas Beach in Richmond, and we walked all the way out to the very end of the thing, and we're standing there, and and on these two rocks, there's these two guys really getting after it, like really making out with each other and feeling on each other, and then me and Colin, well, it was crazy because we're standing there and I'm just watching them.
That
Because
is
what the
hot.
fuck else am I gonna look at? The water? I mean, come on. There's two people.
Why not look at the water? Then?
Why not look into the water that's all around? No, I'm looking at these two people, and
Okay.
I'm watching them, and
Yeah.
I'm watching them,
Yeah.
and there was nothing. There was no sensation.
dudes.
There was no feeling
No
at all. I
chub.
didn't even have a funny thing to say about it.
They're
That was the
dudes.
craziest part. Is I
Yeah.
thought I'd be like, oh, that's gay, but there was
That's
literally
gay.
not even a joke that I could have made. And then like half an hour later, a dude and his girlfriend showed up, and he was like fucking finger blasting her under the water, and
Really?
like sucking on her, and she was going fucking crazy. And that's happening in the water too. And again, no fucking feeling at all.
And what does that mean? Like
Is that
to
I don't
you?
care about it.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
don't care.
Okay.
And that's the thing is like, here's the thing is if you're gonna have a drag show, if you're gonna have a drag show in Farmville,
Don't do it
Virginia,
on a Sunday.
have it on a fucking Friday night when there's 100 fucking people in there. Go fucking crazy, balls out. You know what I'm saying? Fucking do it. Fucking do it. But like the Sunday crowd at the press club is families and
Is
children who go there
old
after church.
People.
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
So I knew about the drag show. I knew
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Sunday, but was it a big like controversy?
Yeah.
Like people.
A
who-
number of locals. in
Okay.
the
Okay.
community
Hold on.
Are boycotting the establishment.
Time out.
Yeah, time out.
I'm not going to boycott Press Club.
I
love
am. That
Press
place
Club.
sucks anyway. Who cares?
love Press
Who
Yeah,
are the
love Press
locals?
Dude,
Okay. Can we get the first letter
can't
in
do
their
it.
name?
Can't do it.
Okay.
CC.
Sorry.
We know who you are. Austin's gonna tell me
I'm
after,
not gonna.
Trev,
and
I'm not
I am
tell
gonna
anybody.
judge you
Trev, don't
hard.
talk shit.
CC.
Trev, don't talk shit. You little
CC?
pussy. I'll beat you with this
Gotcha.
mic, you little fag. I'll fucking kick your ass,
Um,
boy. Yeah, what?
Yep.
But the thing is, okay, so drag on
Oh.
Friday night is
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Well,
Drag
no,
on
I would-
Sunday.
I
chick
would
with a
just
dick.
I would just prefer because here's
It's
the
a
thing, like
chick with
like
a
let's just put it out there, man. Farmville,
Yeah.
Virginia. Farmville, Virginia is not a particularly tolerant and accepting community.
No, it's
Yeah,
very
not,
bigoted.
It's not a PC haven.
But the
for
thing is,
new
like,
age.
okay, I will say, with that
What's up?
said,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
locals are not, but there's an overwhelming like
The
college,
college
crowd that
population,
is like
They
accepting.
fucking because they're college kids. Their
Yeah,
minds are being poisoned
exactly.
into believing in nothing.
Well,
And
I don't. Yeah,
that's
well,
institutional
yeah.
education in
Yeah.
a nutshell. Is learn so much that you can't decide anything at all.
Exactly.
It poisons people's brains. Don't go to college. Don't go to school.
Take
start
drugs.
Start a business. Get money.
Take
Austin,
nicotine.
Yeah.
Do you think
What's up?
pot helped you be more creative and
Pot-
open-minded?
Pot, and any other
Did
drug
pot
that I've consumed.
poison you.
Pot and any other drug that I've consumed helped me because I had to be lost in order to be found again.
Guys, you heard
Um,
it straight from here.
If you know that you have to get lost, there is no other alternative.
Yeah.
If you're a young person and you think that, oh, I just want to be really fucked up all the time. If you're like 20 years old and you want to rip the bong until 3 a.m., if you're 22 years old and you want to rip the bong until 3 a.m., if you're 25 years old and you feel like you have to rip the bong until 3 a.m. while you play fucking Fallout New Vegas, there is no other alternative.
Austin.
There's no other alternative if that's your path. But you have the thing is it's not. If you look at people who are in their 50s and 60s and 70s who are still partying,
yeah,
they are not people.
they're looking rough.
They are not people who have fulfilling lives.
Yeah.
They're not having fun. They might be having fun because all that they've been doing is having fun. But the thing is life is bigger than having fun.
Yeah.
Life is about honor and loyalty and respect.
Yeah.
And doing right by the people you love. And it's about love more than anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, bringing it back to love. I have like an infinite amount of love for every single person from the church that I have met.
I will say this though,
Yeah.
and it's not something I'm well.
Sure.
Look, drag, if the drag show was on
The
Friday,
drag show is on Friday.
would these friends or people
Yeah.
still boycott
I
press
don't
club?
even
Yes.
think they would have heard about it. That's the thing.
But if they did hear about it, hypothetically,
Well,
all hypothetical.
I-
So wait, hold on,
I
time out.
can't
Does that
speak
mean
to
that
that.
they went to the press club
On
on
a
Sunday
on
and they
Sunday.
saw the drag?
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I was there.
Yeah,
I would.
well, it
I
would've been-
really would have
would've
paid
been-
if I could just be.
That would have been chaos unfurling. But here's the thing: if they did it on a Friday night for real, I would have respected the fuck out of it, because that's the way to do it. Is like you have a room of like 200 or 300 drunk and
Yep.
high college kids, and fucking like local players trying to hang out at the club. That's the time to bust out the drag queens.
And I will also say this:
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people, hypothetically, church crowd
Church crowd.
goes to the press club
Goes to the press
after service.
After
you know,
service
as a
on
good
Sunday.
Christian
Yeah,
does.
Yeah. Gets a
You
bur-
gotta
wants to get a
you gotta put some
burger,
food
gotta
on
get
your
a
belly
burger, some
after
fries. Oh yeah.
the Holy Spirit.
You gotta hear about it. I
Gets
get
in
it.
you.
I
The
get it.
Holy
I get it.
Spirit gets in you.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah,
I'm
you
glad
The-
you repeated
the
that.
wrong way.
Travis,
look,
is a
look,
little bit of a
look.
skeptic.
Jokes aside,
Yeah, jokes aside.
you could
fuck is
still
that?
they could have went. They could have been like, oh, there's drag. I
The
don't
fuck is
like
that?
this, but I'm gonna go somewhere else because this is the date that they decided to do it. You know, we had something else planned on Friday.
Some people feel so attached to their local community
Yeah.
that they cannot look past things that they believe to be immoral or
Mhm.
wrong existing in their community.
Would they not have found the bar at the press club equally as immoral
See,
and
so that's
wrong? Because
interesting.
people get fucked up
Yeah,
at the press
yeah,
club
yeah.
on a Tuesday night at
Yeah.
7 p.m.
That's interesting. That's interesting because
every day.
every day.
Every day
Every
is
day.
Tuesday
Every
at 7
day
p.m.
is every day.
Every
day, any day.
But
people are
like that's
drinking
why.
at any
But
bar in
you see
America.
what I mean though. Like
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's not like they're reading the Bible and then
No.
they just have drag at the press club. It's not like both worlds. It's very.
It's a den of inebriation. and
Yes.
it makes sense that you would see parasites there. Here's where I'm at. I am actually a fan of temperance. I think
What? Sorry. What was
so.
it?
No alcohol at all.
Uh-huh.
I think, and here's the thing: is it's not that you cannot enjoy it. It's not that you cannot have a sip. But I drink alcohol and I turn into a godless savage.
Yes.
I just forget about.
Do you fuck like that one guy you were hypothetically saying, like a guy who
No,
just like fucks?
Here's okay. Well, that's one part of who I was. Here's a thing too. Is like the thought is nice. 60 eggs, Walmart, Texas Pete. Oh man, you got the rosé, the Sutter Home rosé. Just drink it out of the bottle on the pod, baby.
It's a white Zinfandel.
Yeah, that is white Zinfandel. Very
Those are
nice.
good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right out of the bottle. Okay, yeah. So here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at. Is if I was drinking, like if I was in where I was even a couple of months ago, if I was there right now, I would have been drinking probably since like 4 or 5 p.m. You know, because it's a Thursday. You know, I'm not gonna be all day. But at this
Holy
point,
fuck.
at this point, I would be probably at this point I would probably be like 10 to 12 beers deep. I would be 10 to 12 beers deep.
So you'd
and
be
then-
like,
And then here's the thing: is if we were
Yeah.
hanging out, and I was being like obnoxious, like I was trying to like wrestle you or something, and you were like, Austin, you got to stop, like, and you were just trying
you
to be
would
like,
keep going.
no, I would be like, what do you want to fight,
No.
pussy?
Mm.
You know, I would
Mhm.
become like belligerent, and it's not. And here's the thing: is for me, violence is like very very casual. I just kind of like, and I don't want to hurt people ever, but I like fighting. I like getting beat up.
When
I like.
Austin gets intoxicated, he gets combative.
I do get combative and
autistic.
autistic. Yeah, I get combative and autistic
It's
when
like
I
a
drink.
Vietnam vet.
Remember when we were sitting at
PTSD.
Charlie's?
Yeah, and we started beating each
and
other
you
up.
were
Yeah.
How
and
long ago was this?
when I was drinking, so within a year ago,
I was
definitely.
20.
It doesn't matter.
So last year.
Underage.
Here's the punchline: is that basically for me,
Oh.
I believe in temperance. I just don't like to drink alcohol because it turns me into somebody that I don't like.
Is
And I-
that only with alcohol or any substance
Well,
that
it's a
like
slippery slope
changes
with
your?
weed.
Yeah.
Weed just kind of like here's what happens to me with weed is basically I don't even get high anymore. I would do like a lot. Like I would brew THC tinctures with like I'd put like 7 ounces in like a 1 liter bottle of 151 rum.
And for
and-
people who aren't familiar with how
The
weed
average.
works.
Okay, we were testing on a THC tincture. Okay,
Yeah.
here's how it works. Basically, THCA, which is the thing that binds to fat in canna butter, also binds to sugar exactly the same. So you can actually double strain
rum,
marijuana
very
because
sugary.
there's a specific content that the oil can withhold that is not the total content of the THC. So I would infuse weed into like olive oil or coconut oil or vegan butter, and then I would infuse it into alcohol later. And we were testing our batches. We were doing like it was something
Really
like 20,
testing the batches.
20 milligrams per milliliter in our latest, which was a while ago. But I think I would just
I remember just the whole house smelling like pot.
yeah, smelling like pot. Yeah, there was a time. Here is basically I would just take like 2,000 milligrams of THC in
Which is a lot.
a liquid form. Yeah, it's like it's insane. And just smoking regular weed gives me like psychedelic experiences because I'm already a little attuned to that shit. So I would take like 2,000 milligrams of THC, and at the point that I was doing this, I was just so deep that there was like I would
No
get
coming back.
I would get really high.
Yeah.
I would get really high, but I wasn't like. I mean, I was fucking blasted, but it wasn't like so jarring because I was doing it all the time. But the thing is now is like I'll even try to like the last time I smoked weed, I took 2 hits off of that same exact little J that I gave you. I took like 2 little puffs off of it, and I was watching my roommate play Battlefield, and I swear every single time he died in the game, I felt how he died.
Oh
I felt
God,
how he died. Like he got bayoneted in the stomach, and I felt it. And he got like shot in the face, and I felt my face getting shot. And
That's not a normal reaction.
it was
to pot
insane.
marijuana.
It was insane. It was insane.
Yeah.
And then once I kind of like got away from that, I was like sitting, and I called my friend on the phone. And as I was talking to him about like everything that was going on in my life, because I hadn't caught up with him in a while, all of a sudden, I just felt the weight of all of my responsibilities on my shoulders pressing me down into the earth, and it was really, really not fun.
Yeah.
So for me, like, look, I'll smoke a cigar, I'll smoke some cigarettes. I like tobacco, I like nicotine, I like caffeine, I like uppers, I like nootropics. I don't fuck with anything other than caffeine. But yeah, for me, like alcohol, marijuana, opiates, all that shit, it's just like it just fucks you up too bad. It destroys like who you are in your soul, because it disconnects you from like the sensation that exists within inside of you, because it numbs you literally like from the inside out. And so you become much more like touch oriented and much more physical, and the side effect of that is that you lose out on your heart and your soul. And like the reality of the world is that we're made of dust. Like this body that I occupy, this is temporary, and the soul that possesses me is going to exist well beyond any of these things or words that we have for them. And yeah, if you're like fucked up all the time, 47, nice.
No, I got a joke for you to hear.
Let's,
if you're fucked up all the time, it just removes your ability to be in touch with that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people take acid and mushrooms, and they're like, "I'm a spiritual being, and life is a video game." But you don't
That's
need.
gay. I do agree.
Well,
I think
it's gay to have to take mushrooms and acid.
I disagree with that.
You don't like that? No,
I
okay.
disagree with that. I'm gonna
Let's hear
draw
it,
the
let's hear it,
line in the
let's hear it,
sand,
let's hear
Austin.
it. Yeah.
I've had some insightful experiences.
On
I don't see mushrooms.
mushrooms.
I get why people like after taking mushrooms will be like, I had an incredibly spiritual experience, and now I'm like, I'm the air that like hits my skin and like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I think since I like grew up in a church and I was already like around a lot of that before, I didn't get that much like of the spiritual side, but like it did help me. Like it does kind of put you in like a therapeutic, like if you've been to talk therapy, kind of gets you in the state of like being able to look at stuff like decisions you made in life and be able to look at it with like a non-judgmental outsider perspective, even though you're like thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's not.
it depersonalizes you.
A little bit,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
like not in a bad way, but in like a healthy. And then like afterwards, like you're back to normal. But like you kind of need that to like really like look back on your decisions and like be like, well, maybe I should have said this, but you know, you can't be like, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
But like, I think you should accept it. And the best way to accept it, I've found, is like having some mushrooms. And now, granted, I've had some horrific experience, horrific.
Were the horrors you witnessed worth the beauty that you saw?
I think by going down deep into that hole, I took quite a few mushrooms.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
What did you take? How many? You have a
8
hero?
grams.
Is that a hero? How much is a hero dose?
Terrence McKenna's like quote
Hero
unquote
dose,
heroic dose is 5 grams. I
So
took
you
8
took
grams.
you took 8 grams.
I took
You went
8
on the
grams.
hero's journey.
Yeah, and
You went into hell.
I experienced life and death, and a lot of my body felt like it was dying. I was like, it was almost like drug-induced psychosis a little bit.
You went to hell.
I felt like I was like I really did. I felt like I was Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
in like that theater. Fucking.
And you got your head shot off.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I felt that,
You went to hell.
It was just like everything was flashing before my eyes. It was scary. It was scary, very very scary. And I felt like I was like, oh, I broke my brain finally. This is it. I'm done. Just like fucking over. Just put me in the institution.
Yeah,
you'll find me there. But then, like, obviously, the trip came down, and I was like, "Oh, I'm back to normal."
You rose.
But
again.
I think you need to fucking feel the depths, like how, like the lowest of lows, to really appreciate the highs.
Yeah,
like,
and that's kind of what I was getting.
Yeah,
at. It's like you have to, if you know you're gonna be lost, you have to. You have to get lost. Yeah. And the thing that I learned over anything else through all my drug experimentation in my early 20s, as many young people do, is that all the stuff that you learn, you could have found without it. You know what I'm saying?
I think Mark Maron has a really good bits.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't have respect for people who don't have years to waste like on drugs in their life.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll be able to like, sure, I know what you mean. Like you'll be able to experience and stuff like that, but
it won't be.
There's something about experiencing it on drugs that intensifies it
altered
and really,
perception.
Altered perception, and like just like it really like hits you to your core. And I think in like life you can have things like that, like people who died or like just bad situations that also shake you to your core. But like there's something about doing drugs that really intensifies it and then internalizes it.
Yeah, it makes it makes it a different experience because it all hits you at once, and then you really have you have to grapple with it in a way that is it's organic because it's in your life, but it's inorganic because it wasn't brought to you by like something out of your control. Like you chose to go there. I think there's value in that. Don't get me wrong. Some of my best friends are just eating mushrooms all day. Like
you have to have time in between, like
maybe
months.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like post trip integration that's like very important.
I think you approach psychedelics in a way that's really careful, and I like that.
Not really, because I did take 8 grams just on like.
Yeah, but you knew what you were doing.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
I knew that I was going to experience something.
There are people who eat 8 grams like every day when they wake up.
And that's like if you're
That's
doing
crazy.
it, if you're doing it every day, then at that point, what is like? It's not really.
Well, you don't even see people; you just see colors and shapes and hear noises, and you're just on.
I never got
planet.
that. Never got the auditory.
See,
like,
I get that off. I get that off weed, bro.
That's not good.
No, it's great. It was fun. When I was smoking weed a lot, I would have like potent auditory and visual hallucinations in sobriety. I would Yeah, just hear like whispers, and
That's not good.
you might see the floor sinking into
Do you think you
itself,
might have a sort of schizophrenic?
Well, you can
mind?
catch that. You can catch that. And I lived with a schizo for a while. I probably lived with a couple schizos for a while.
Really?
So yeah, it's all gone
at your
now.
house?
Yeah,
or-
oh yeah. We have crazy people out here. I like crazy people.
Mhm.
I think if
Is that why you like me, Austin?
Yeah, you're a nutter.
I am a
crazy
little
guy.
bit on the
You're a
wild
crazy
side.
Noah's a nutter butter.
Unpredictable, but
Yeah.
you're a good guy, and you really put in the work. Like, we're out here right now filming the first episode of your
That's
podcast
right.
ever.
That's
and
right.
Yeah, and I only had to call you up and be like, let's do it. So
Yeah.
you
Do
know,
you
and
guys-
that's
Do you guys know what the 5 major food groups are?
caffeine, nicotine, chocolate, whatever.
Caffeine, nicotine, pizza,
Cum.
Pizza,
candy,
candy,
soda.
soda.
Is that really good?
That's like the MLG.
That's the Bob Carlson.
That's the
5 major
MLG,
food groups.
the MLG pro gamer diet.
Caffeine, nicotine,
Yeah,
pizza, candy, chocolate.
yeah.
Pizza, candy, soda.
Good pod, Noah.
Oh, thank you, man. Do you want to keep on going,
I
or
can keep it going.
we can? I don't know.
I have infinite
The
energy.
church, that whole
You really want
experience.
to talk about that?
I-
Here's what I think you should do, Noah.
Yes.
Here's what I think you should
Therapy.
do. No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think therapy really helps. for
Okay,
anything.
interesting.
Unless you've gone through like a really truly traumatic event
Yeah.
and you have no idea of comprehending it, and you suffer debilitating panic attacks on a regular basis because of the traumatic event. I don't think therapy's gonna help you much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's strange, but I had EMDR desensitization therapy because my dad caught on fire while we were working on a car.
Really?
Yeah, it was
You get some
crazy.
gasoline on him, or
Just he gas fed a carburetor and it blew up in his face. It's crazy. Yeah, but anyway, I recovered because I was able to like disassociate my triggers from the trauma. So now, like, thinking about it is tough, but I just don't think about it. It happened, and I'm better for it. But anyway, I think for real, I think you should. Here's what I think you should do. I think you should take that couch and you should probably move it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like maybe the record player should be closer to the TV and the
Okay.
couch should come out a little bit. And then you can set up the camera like in the corner, maybe by your computer, and then you should just sit people on the couch and you should put the armchair like somewhere else, and that's how you should do the interviews. And I think you should get a couple guys from the Cavalry Chapel.
I totally want to
I
do
think
that.
you should
I
do
totally
that.
want to.
I
And
think-
if
and
anybody
you should ask
from
them all
Calvary
the questions
Chapel
you want about their business.
is listening at this point, like
Yeah.
almost an hour
Yeah,
in,
Will, Nathaniel, Harrison.
I would love to get Nathaniel.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
And I want you to come out here and speak your truth because you guys
Please
are
speak
smart
your truth.
guys.
I'm
You guys are smart
interested.
guys.
I'm very interested.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think that's what I really and I truly believe that is that's probably because look, I can like I'm on the outside. Like anything I tell you, like it's not anything because these people to me, like they've given me
Their
nothing.
time.
They've given me their time and their
Love.
love, and they've opened themselves to me,
Yeah.
and in such a short amount of time, like I don't even have a feeling about anything that they say that I don't think is like right or that I disagree with, dude. Like that to me is more valuable than most of the things that I encounter in my life, because all the fucking time I run into people who I disagree with or who I don't like.
Yeah.
Who tell me shit that makes me mad all day. You know what I'm saying? Like people saying shit.
it's
People
okay.
saying shit that I don't agree with is nothing new to me. So for me, like if I hear a bunch of people who love me and treat me with respect say things that I disagree with, like I love them and respect them enough to give them that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, for me, like there's no slight. There's no anything. So, but if you brought them on, dude, I'm so for real. They would all talk to you.
How likely would that be?
Dude, I'll plug it.
All right,
Plug
plug
it.
it.
I'm going to tell him.
Plug it,
to
man.
talk about it. I think it'd be really, really cool.
Last thing about the church.
Last
How
thing about the
likely
church.
is Marv to see this podcast? In your opinion, not. I mean, like
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
I don't know. It's pretty likely. We're pretty involved in this community. If I send it out to people I know and they watch it, they'll probably send it out to people they know who will watch it. And shit gets around quick, especially in local areas. And
I made the. I think I showed you the video.
Yeah, what-
Pastor goes to Bob Evans.
I think I
it's like-
remember that vaguely, but I had no context when you showed it to me.
Yeah, now you have the context.
Oh,
Now we
man.
should watch it. That
Yeah.
might be like better
You
now.
should just attach it to the end of the video.
But like I it's on my YouTube channel if anybody wants to check it out. But like I made that video on a whim and just kind of like sent it around to like 3 or 4 people, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
by like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I had people coming up to me that
And
I
saying,
literally never talked to, and they were like, "The video was amazing,"
so funny.
and I was like, "Appreciate that."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you
What
very
was the
much.
punchline? Can you explain it? I can't remember the video.
Oh, the video? It's
yeah.
a story that Mark gives about going to Bob Evans to eat.
Uh-huh.
And there's a guy at a table who's finished eating,
Yep.
and he's just there,
Mhm.
and he's just looking sad. And he
Mm.
was like, this man, so sad. He's
Mm.
just dripping with sadness. He kept on saying that. Huh?
Is it animated?
It's with pictures. I'll show you.
That's cool.
But he's just dripping with sadness, and he was like, Sherry nudged me, and she was like, that man is so sad,
Mm.
and just
Was
talked.
that a real recording?
It was a real. I didn't edit.
That was
For people who
That
are
was-
interested
that
about
was the
the
guy.
lore
that was
of
the guy.
yeah,
That was I had no idea. when you
anybody
showed
who's
me that.
interested in the lore about that video, that was audio was not edited
Oh man.
at all. That's a
had no
pure.
idea.
That's some man's conscious spewing into a microphone.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
absolutely,
I love
absolutely.
that. Yeah, you should get him on. You should,
I would-
You should. Walk
I
in,
would.
walk into the church
love
on
that.
a Sunday. Walk into the church on a Wednesday. He's always there. Walk up to him and be like, "Hey, I want you to be on my podcast."
I would love that. So
Dude, he would
much.
talk to you. You gotta clean the apartment a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
You gotta clean. The
What if I
apartment.
did the podcast at the church with Marv in his office? Have you been to his office?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very nice.
It's a very nice
Very
office.
nice office.
Yeah.
Yes, I think. No, he's a good guy. He
just
gave me
this.
some real wisdom the other day. I asked him if he thought that security could be an idol, you
Mhm.
know, and he gave me a really good
Being
answer.
too comfortable.
Well, no, I think for me, like the reason that I'm kind of working really hard and
They're ramping that security, and they're way too high for a church.
What? Oh,
there's no
like
such
how?
thing as too much security in a place with children
How?
and women.
They're
and
putting
innocents.
cameras everywhere.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
they're,
innocence there,
they're
Travis.
taking people, everyday people that are kind, and poisoning them.
Why
The
are
thing
you talking
is-
shit?
I'm not.
No,
Why are you
that
talking shit?
I'm not.
You don't even. Whatever, dude.
look. I will say this though. When I went there, look, I really don't have any like.
I just care a lot about my reputation. See.
I'm sorry, Austin,
Okay.
but I was there for many a year, and
Yeah.
one thing I did notice after being there is Marv does recruit people to volunteer to an extreme, and what I mean by that is like what the people there volunteering are doing are like they should be getting paid for that, reimbursed a very little. I mean, but like they should be getting reimbursed because they spend. There's a lot of people. Gary, do you know Gary?
I help Gary out. I help
yeah,
clean the place on
he
Tuesdays.
cleans every
Yeah.
week, and he does that. He takes hours out of his day. And
Yeah.
last time I checked, it might be different now, but he's not getting reimbursed.
Well, I
He's-
think that
it's
the
a labor of
reason-
love, but
Yeah,
like
the
I
reason-
think
The reason
you can take
that
advantage of that. That's
well,
all I have to
the-
say.
Well, the reason that I do it, I mean, I go in there on Tuesday mornings and help him clean when
Mhm.
I can make the time. But I do that because the extra help is helpful, and
Yeah.
I love the church genuinely. So for me, it's like an extra 30 minutes, and to them, it's like it helps, and that's the name of the game. But I think that the reality of running, because the church is a business.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
church is a business, and the reality of
business.
running a business that sells no product and has no like actually marketable. It's not marketable. Has no like. How do I say this? It's not like they're selling a service. Like you have to pay money every month to go to the church. You can go there totally for free. You can never spend a penny, and it's open to literally anyone who wants to go there. The reality of running a business that nobody has to pay to patronize is that it costs a absolutely whopping ton of money. So I mean, I don't know anything about the finances of that place, but I know that the people who go there do well for themselves and they take care of it. It's a nice facility. And that at the smallest level is just people like Gary going in and helping clean up, even if they don't get paid anything, because it doesn't cost him to go there on Sunday and be with the people that he loves and who love him.
But they also tithe as well.
Oh yeah,
I don't specifically know about Gary, and like it's a thing of the heart. I feel like tithing, if you really feel you got tithe, but
it's how the Catholic Church slaughtered the the Crusades, dude. That was all tithings. It was like, hey, we're gonna pay you, with money that the people give us, so you can buy weapons, and then you take your weapons to go get us more money, and interesting business. But what were you saying?
Nothing. I think that's
nothing.
11:58. You guys want to wrap it up here?
It's 11:58. Let's get some closing remarks.
Let's start with Travis.
Fire round. Noah, you got to go back and forth between me and Travis.
All right, Travis.
Travis, each question has to be a one-word answer.
Did you have fun today?
Yes.
Austin, are you offended at some of the questions I asked you today?
No, not at all.
Austin.
That was multiple.
Sorry, Travis. Travis, are you feeling better after the NyQuil? Or DayQuil, I should say. Okay.
Yes.
Austin, would you come back again?
Yes.
Travis, do you have to wear those sunglasses?
They're not sunglasses. They're glasses.
Do you have to wear them?
Yes.
Okay. Austin,
I can. When I take them off, I can barely.
are you
see
gonna
the
work out
picture.
tonight?
No.
That's it for the question
That's
and
it for the
answer.
questions.
Noah
Messarge, when's the next episode?
Next episode will be out soon.
No, come on, get a date. Commit.
When I take them off, I can tell that's a picture, but I can't see what's on the picture.
will
When I
be
put them on, I can tell it's a picture of the
Next
Golden Gate
Thursday
Bridge.
of next week.
Thursday of next week. When's this one getting uploaded?
Friday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And so
Tomorrow.
the next episode is Thursday of next week, and it's getting uploaded on Friday also.
Friday.
So every Friday we're going to expect
Guys,
a new
every
episode.
Friday.
If I feel
We're
better,
here,
I will join.
We're here for you.
Every Friday.
And hey, if you want to leave a comment
Friday.
and
Like
you
and
wanna-
subscribe to Noah
if you want to
Messarge.
send a question to me, I will link my email into the description, and you can send any question you want, and we'll answer it right here on the podcast. Any question, we'll answer them all.
The question should be, why is Noah gay?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Please send me the link to the video when you upload it.
Yes,
absolutely.
me too.
We're gonna do this. Yeah.
This has been really, really good.
All right, guys,
This has been
well-
really, really good.
All right.
Austin, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
us out. I'm gonna give a little
Goodbye.
Bit of,
You got a shout out for
good.
anybody?
shout out my man. Yeah.